You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, B&B fans, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and there's a sneak peek video that we're going to share with you of a scene that should be coming on Tuesday, although it may start on Bold and the Beautiful on Monday. It's this really intense conversation between Steffy Forrester and her big brother Thomas, where she launches an assault on his fling with Hope and makes an incredibly strong case for him to just end it. So I want to talk about how she tries to dismantle things between Thomas and Hope. But first, please click subscribe if you have not. All right. So next week, the bulk of the spoilers from Monday through Friday are all Hope, Steffy, and Thomas in scenes with each other and their parents. And then on Friday, we get a bit of the Zende Luna lunacy. So this impending Thope breakup is going to consume episodes in the coming week, probably the next couple. And I'm actually pretty excited about it for a couple of reasons. I mean, to me, it's clear from the spoilers there is a split, but I don't think it's going to last too long. And I think Thomas and Hope are actually going to bounce back from this stronger. With sweeps about a month away, because it starts like April, I think 27th for May sweeps, I could see them splitting up for a few weeks and emerging reunited in sweeps, engaged. I mean, if they really wanted to get wild and go for ratings, engaged and eloping, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But if you are somebody that hates Thomas and Hope, and these spoilers have you thinking she's going to be back with Liam Spencer or getting into something with Finn soon, I advise you to gird your loins, because I really don't think it's going to go that way. Not the way that Thomas and Hope haters think. But, of course, time will tell. So let's talk about this sneak peek from CBS Daytime. And again, we will show it to you at the very end of this video, so stick around. On Friday, we had Thomas talking to Brooke, asking if Hope really loves him, and she was actually pretty decent to him. I was very impressed, and I'm not generally impressed with her behavior. On Monday, then, we have Thomas talking to Ridge, and he's telling his dad that Hope blindsided him. At the same time that they're talking, Hope and Steffy's argument in the CEO office rages on until one of them walks out. Strong words are said, and at one point this week, their bickering turns physical. So after Thomas's chat with Ridge, he heads back home to his house. He's upset, and while he knew he was jumping the gun with this second proposal, his gut told him Hope was going to say yes this time. She didn't, but at least she finally said that she loves him. And after a really nasty fight with Hope, Steffy notices Thomas isn't at the office. She's concerned, so she goes after him, finds him at his house, and she says, "I came to check on you." And Thomas says, "Yeah, well, I didn't want to hang out at Forrester, you know. I might run into Hope, and that might just be too painful." And Steffy tells him she knows how much he cares about Hope, how much he put his heart on the line. And Thomas says, "I think we could have had a wonderful family. I still don't understand." And all she said to me was that she was still processing her divorce. So the next part of the video is where Steffy starts laying out her 5 strong points to Thomas about why he deserves better and why he needs to walk away from his girlfriend, the woman that his little sister is certain is just using him as a life-size sex doll. So point number 1, Steffy says she asked for space and you gave it to her. I agree he did up to a point, but he also didn't wait for Hope to say, "I'm ready to move the ring from the chain to my finger. I'm ready because I've processed my divorce. I'm ready for next steps." Any kind of sign like that. But he felt in his heart he'd waited long enough and he made a move. You know, I don't think he did anything wrong, but I do think he maybe should show a little more grace since she did ask for time. But point number 2, Steffy then says, anything she's ever wanted, you gave to her. You're such an incredible boyfriend. I do agree 100% with this statement from Steffy. There's literally nothing I think Hope could ask for that Thomas wouldn't give her. He bends over backward for her constantly. Now, point 3 and 4 from Steffy, she says, you're devoted and you're faithful. Everything Hope could ever want and dream of, it's in you, except she wouldn't accept your proposal for the second time. So on this, yes, Steffy really gets the importance of a man who's devoted and faithful, not someone, for instance, who waffles and bounces between women, impregnating one while he's still with the other and nearly doing it again in the other direction. You know, waffle boy who shall not be named is neither devoted nor faithful. Now, Steffy got herself a guy who is, that's Finn, and Hope had a guy who is both devoted and faithful, Thomas, but she's letting him slip through her fingers, according to Steffy, and that feels accurate as well. And then Thomas defends Hope, and he takes stock and some ownership of how he might be partially to blame in this. Thomas says, maybe I should have just waited a little bit longer. But Steffy has an answer for that too. She begs Thomas, saying, please don't do this. Stop doubting yourself. It's Hope. She has the issues. If she doesn't appreciate you now, she's never going to appreciate you, and asks him if he's going to spend the rest of his life wondering if he's good enough, and says, don't do it to yourself. And so here's point number 5 that Steffy raises, that he's a quality person who deserves good things. Specifically, Steffy says, you're better than that. You are worthy. Thomas, you are fantastic. You are a wonderful man. And if your sister's telling you that, I guess it's true. So those are her 5 points she lays out. And then last, Steffy has some words of advice. You just got to get out of this headspace, she says. You got to release your emotions, get it out. If you have to, punch a pillow or a punching bag, cry, do whatever you need to do. But once you do that, end it with hope. So she wants him to process his sadness, his anger, his grief, all that, and then break up with his girlfriends. Steffy's final words are basically a directive, very strongly worded advice. His sister says, do it, Thomas. End it with hope once and for all. And will he do it? I think he's gonna. So real quick, before I show you the sneak peek promo, spoilers for Wednesday say Hope is stunned by Thomas's life-changing decision. And then Thursday, spoilers say Steffy's happy because she got what she wanted. And of course, we all know she wanted them to split up. And the same day, Hope and Thomas have to tell Douglas what they decided, and he is upset. So yeah, it's a rough week for Thopers, but don't lose Hopers. I think they're going to come out of this strong. All right, we're going to show you the CBS sneak peek, but please subscribe, drop your comments, and come back soon. We are here talking B&B 7 days a week on the #1 most followed soap YouTube channel. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and buckle up because here is that brand new promo.
You gotta release your emotions, get it out, and if you have to do it, I don't know, just punch a pillow or a punching bag. Cry it out, do whatever you need to do, but once you get it out, you need to end it with hope. Do it, Thomas. End it with hope once and for all.